Welcome back to week 2 of our 6 weeks of holiday deals in our So Steady gift guide. This week is all about templates, and we have so many. And these are those magic tools that help you create the perfect designs every time, and these gorgeous quilts. So buy any template, get one free. These are the rulers that have truly changed the quilting world. So stock up for yourself or give a gift to a quilting friend this season. Whether you buy a single template or a set of templates, you will get a free surprise template or set of like value with it. Don't forget to sign up to win. This week we're giving away a quilting template of choice and that bonus free template. Every entry also counts towards our grand prize that's going to be a holiday wish table package and our Elevate Quilt Box, over a $800 value for one lucky winner. So don't wait. Shop now, save big, and enter to win. Happy holidays!
Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Kathy. This week's promotion is actually a really good one. I've been thinking about a few templates I would like to purchase myself and see what kind of surprise templates I get as my get one. That would be interesting. Donna, good morning from North Carolina. So good to have you here. And my friend Ronnie from Northeastern Arizona. Is your weather getting cool yet, Ronnie, or is it still warm out there? For your sake, I hope it's still warm. Oh, and there's Cactus Deb from the Valley in Arizona. And we know it's not cold over there, right, Deb? Linda, my friend from Ravenna, New York, glad you're here. And Susan Anderson thinks this template looks interesting. And it is, Susan, it is a very interesting template. I'm glad I'm going to be able to show it to you today. Well, Di, good morning from Southern California. And Carla, what about the northern lights? Oh, you know what? We had cloud cover last night. We couldn't see them. But I know up here they were just spectacular where people could see them because we are so far north. And it's amazing how far down into the country the lights are showing now. We see them pretty often. So yeah, but it's still every time you see him, it's still awe-inspiring. It really is. Mary Lou, hi from Western New York. Has it finally stopped snowing over there? I know you guys you guys just get pounded on with snow every year. 30 degrees, Bonnie. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is chilly. That is chilly. I've got to tell you, we're 38 degrees. So, but we did get down to 26 last night. So we're not too far off from you guys. Not too far off at all. Ground leaf template set. Okay, the ground leaf has three different components to it. So this is going to take us more than 1 week. This week, I'm going to bring out the Grand Leaf template set itself. It is a design of 7 templates. And look at this cute little guy. Believe it or not, I just think he is so adorable. We have a 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 7.5, 9.5, 11.5 inch. Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. My set does not necessarily match up with these numbers. Okay. Because I got mine when we were still trialing them. So some of them may be in different numbers. It doesn't matter because they all work the same. They do all work the same. So the ground leaf template, and this is important. The ground leaf template can be used with 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, or more crosshair reference lines. Okay, the more reference lines, the more intricate the design is going to be. Just no doubt about it. But we're accustomed to that, right? So what we're going to do this morning is we're going to start with 6 point, and then we're going to go to 12 point. I don't think we're going to have time to do the 24 point, but then we're going to come over to 8 and over to 16. So it's important that you look at the difference between them, between a 6 and an 8. So it's all going to be the design that you're looking for is going to be a personal decision. Okay. Now, markings. There are a lot of markings. We do use the grand leaf on a pin. For us, it's going to be right here. And then you'll see all the markings here, and you'll see the crosshair markings as well. This again is the little cutie at 3 inches. This is the big brother at 4. Next one I've got is mine is 5 1/4. Yours will be 5 1/2. And you will have actually 2 1/2 and a 3 1/2 and a 4 1/2 and a 5 1/2 and a 7 1/2, 9 1/2, and 11 1/2. Oh, that was a 9 inch. I'm sorry, 9 1/2 and 11 1/2. So those are the sizes you're going to receive. It really is a big set, very big set, and it is a great set. Okay, gonna go ahead and move these over to the side. And I think to start with, we're going to take a look at, let's take a look at I'm going to look at the 6 1/2 inch design because I think that's going to give us, or should we go one size bigger? And let's go 9 inch. Okay, we're going to go 9 inch. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to sit our template on our tack, I think. Sometimes I wonder how I get through the day, right? There we go. Tape hadn't been punctured yet. Okay, how we are going to stitch this. Really very easy. We're going to come here all the way around and here, then we're going to twist. And we're going to continue around. Okay? Now what you're going to notice is that when we start, when we come over here, we are no longer have a line in the center of our template. So it's not like we're going to come all the way over here, or are we? Let's find out, okay? Let's just check it out. Let's see who else has joined us this morning too. Let's see. Oh, a lot of you have come in. Okay. Di, you wish you could see them? Oh, the Northern Lights are you speaking about? Yeah, well, come on up to my house. Be happy to show them to you. Good morning, Lee. Lee's joining us from Indiana, and you guys got how much snow did you end up getting down there, Lee? I know it was really coming down for a while. Mary Lou says snowing on and off. Well, that's a good thing. And Lisa's here from Sugarland, Texas. Good morning, Lisa. And Joyce made it in from Mesa, 60 degrees now. 85 predicted for today. Joyce, in 60-degree weather up here, people would be walking around in short sleeves, shorts, and flip flops. It's been somewhat chilly. Oh, Patsy, good morning from New Mexico. Oh, you saw the Northern Lights last night. Isn't that lovely? They just are beautiful. Okay, you have this die in only one size. Now is your time to go ahead and get the whole set while they're 20% off, and you get a surprise free template with it. Hello, Jan. Oh no. Joanne, I'm so sorry. You're in the hospital with broken ribs. That is nothing more miserable. And my friend Wanda is here from across town, and it's good to see you, Wanda. 8 point, Patsy says 8 point looks like circle, Christmas lights in a circle. And it may be, yeah, definitely, definitely. Jacqueline is here from the Netherlands. Good morning. So nice to have you here. Kathy from Long Island, welcome, welcome. And let's see who else we've got. Nancy Blockers here. Nancy, good morning. And there's my friend, my other friend, Nancy. She's my sidekick. We call her Lucy, and they call me Ethel. So she is here from across town as well. Only 3 to 4 inches. That's enough for this time of year. It's really amazing. I'm so glad that you all are getting to see the Northern Lights, those of you who haven't. I guess we take it for granted up here. And they are beautiful, they are amazing, and it's a phenomenon like no other. Di asked the question, do you know if we can exchange the free template if we already have it? That's a really good question, Di. And that nobody is out in the office yet this morning, but that would be a really good question to ask. So, do you call your orders in, Di, or do you put them through the website? You can leave a note asking them that, okay? And I'm sure that they would be happy to oblige. Okay, let's go ahead and let's stitch this morning. I have here 12 reference lines. I am going to start on my reference line number 1. I'm going to start at this point all the way around, ending over here. So let's go ahead and get started. And I am playing bobbin roulette, Jan. I think I have enough to get me through the morning. We'll see. Okay, needle up, thread up, needle down, and find my foot. Not the one that's attached to my leg. I know where that one is. My stitch and stay in time. Okay, I was just doing that to check to make sure the light is on. Last night I forgot to do that. Now this is a template that I would suggest be used for a confident beginner because you do have some areas to go around, like this clip right here. And then you're going to come up to that top. You're going to want to do a hesitation stitch at the top. I'm going to turn you around. I only do this because I want you to see everything I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and snip some of these threads off here. There we go. And back down. Again, being careful coming around these cliffs. and back down. Okay. Now I'm going to come around to the next line, and I may need to give myself one extra stitch to reach it. There we go. Going to repeat. This is a pretty design that leaves your center open. So if you have one of those beautiful blocks that has a lot of seams meeting in the center, this template is definitely a template for you. Now, when I looked at this template, I thought of Moroccan tiles. Don't know why. Maybe I had seen some with a design similar to this somewhere along the line, right? And I thought, oh, how cool. So my thought was to take the fabric that I used for this project. I had it very gold laden, purple and dark, dark colors. And I just love how it turned out. I used a gold thread on the rotations, and which brought a lot of richness to the fabric and to the design. You know, when you're picking threads, you want to make sure that your thread is matching the personality of your project. And what I mean by that is if I'm doing a soft floral design, I'm not going to pick out a lime green thread. There may be some lime green in the fabric, but I still wouldn't do it. I would pick something that is going to complement the rest of the fabric and not become a star, so to speak, because that may actually, that can actually ruin it if you don't choose, patterns, threads, I'm sorry, that complement your fabric. And for some of us, finding just those threads alone can be a chore. It really can. So ask your friends. Ask a lady on the street. Take it to the grocery store. Ask the girls at the grocery store. They'll be happy to tell you their opinion. People love it when you ask their opinion. Okay, and there we go. I'm going to take a couple more stitches there. Isn't this coming along beautiful? I'm loving this. We only have a couple more rotations to do. And I am taking my time on this. Hesitation stitch. You don't have to stay there long, just long enough to get one additional stitch in there. And come back down. And we have one more rotation to do. I can't get my needle down. It's not cooperating. There we go. And I'm just going to grab okay, let's see. Okay. Linda Shell makes a suggestion. She said she wishes we had a ruler buy sell trade group. Oh, that would be so awesome, Linda. It really would, I think. Okay, so here's going to be our last one. And I am keeping my stitches just a little shorter to keep them looking much smoother as we're making curves. Hesitate. And come back around. Okay, and just going to move it over here to meet up. And there we go. All righty, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut our thread and we're going to take this out, I think. There we go. There we go. And this is our basic grand leaf. And this is the basic design. This in itself is just beautiful. I think it is so regal. Hi, Joey. Good to see you. I think it looks regal. It gives us just that Moroccan feel. To me, it's that Moroccan feel, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do with this one now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch my template. I'm using the same template, guys, same one, but I'm going to switch to this second set of lines. So let's take a look and see how that's going to look for us. Remember, we have 6 lines here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we added another 6 lines. So we're going to end up with 12 rotations, and it's going to be very interesting. I've seen this done. I've never done it. Is it hard? No, not at all. You're going to be doing the same exact thing, just using a different set of lines. That's all. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and bring it in just a little. There. It does not matter if you start on this side and twist this way, or if you start on this side and twist this way. Either way, you're going to end up with the same results. Here we go. I'm going to get that foot in place, needle down, needle up, and bring that bobbin thread up. Part of me loves the simplicity of doing just 6 rotations. There's a lot of embellishment that can be done with that. That is really pretty. Yeah, I don't have time this morning to show you all of the things that these templates can do, especially when we get the other 2 components in here. So I'm really excited to continue this for the next couple weeks. Now, Lee, if you do the 12 rotations on here, what this gives you is some really interesting template opportunities. And some of them, if you do them right, would look like aliens. Eyes, nose. I'm sorry. This is just my sixth sense of humor. I see things like that. Okay, here we go. We're going to turn it again, and we're gonna make one more stitch. There we go. There. But it does leave us opportunities for template, which I love. I'm actually sending out my template Starry Night quilt to a niece. Hopefully she'll get it this week. Right? Every time you add a layer of stitching over another design, you are making that design more intricate and more interesting. You also are giving yourself more opportunity for embellishment. There we go. Isn't this pretty, guys? I'm loving this. Absolutely loving it. Okay, gotta sit up straight here. Go. This could be done with a double reveal fabric or imagine using the applique discs and coming up with appliques for this, for a raw edge applique. I love doing raw edge applique. Never learned how to turn that needle, guys. Okay, we only have a couple more. When I look at this, it pictures in my mind the water jugs that Jesus used to make into wine at the wedding reception. I'm not really sure why that comes to mind with these, but I guess that's kind of a jug shape. Okay. I think this is our last one. Yay. as I'm thinking about doing another 12 rotations on this, I'm thinking about the amount of thread that's going to be thrown on the project. And realizing that that is a definite personal choice, whether you want a lot of thread thrown on a project or just a little thread thrown on a project. And 99% of the time, it's my belief that the object is going to talk to you and tell you what it wants on it. And it will dictate how we will do our designs, the colors of thread we will do our designs with, and the intensity that we do our designs with. Well, Julia, hi. It is so good to see you this morning. We are using the Grand Leaf design. Okay, let's see where I've got. Julie. Yeah. Oh, Deb, thank you. You're so kind. Oh, wow. Jean has 39 degrees in Florida this morning. Good morning. I hope that you are wrapped up and definitely staying warm. Uh-huh. Okay. So this to me is definitely one of my favorite way of doing this template. Okay. And I've got to tell you honestly, we're all allowed to have our favorites. We've got our more favorites and our least favorites. This one is my more favorite. It is not too busy as far as I'm concerned, but it just gives an air of regality to it. And I just think it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. Remember now, if I had a 10-inch block, this would be perfect. But if I only had an 8-inch block, then what I would come back doing is probably using my 6.5 or 7.5-inch template, and it's going to fit beautifully in those blocks. Okay, we're going to go ahead and set this one aside right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull out. I have one with a 16 rotation. So we're going to start with 8 and then we're going to go to 16. It's going to be the same basic premise. Now the question is, do we want to go smaller or do we want to go bigger? Let's see how big this one's going to be. Yeah, let's go ahead and go a little bigger, guys. Okay. This is going to be the 9.5 inch. So you have a good comparison of size because on this one, we used the 6.5. Oh, what did we use? 9 inch? Oh, we used the 9 inch here. Okay. And this is the 9.5 inch. Let's see how that's going to sit here. That's actually going to sit pretty good. So let's take a look at the 11 inch. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the 11 inch. Okay. Well, is this a surprise? As I'm looking at this, I'm thinking to myself, and now you have to remember some of these are prototypes, guys. So there's going to be some errors with them. So this is the 9.5, and this is the 11.5, and there's no difference between them. Huh? So let's go smaller. Why not? And let's go the 9-inch. Okay. Now, our first rotation is going to be the same. We're going to go from one side all the way around to the second side. And then we are going to, there we go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to twist the template and we're going to do 2 rounds on this, just like we did on the first one. Let me also, before we get started with that, uh, Julia said you could use this template for an all-over design, and you certainly could, Julia. You can actually make borders with this template too. I just don't know if we're going to have time to slip one in this morning or not. Oh, Deb asked if you could, no. Yeah, yes and no. Okay, yeah, you could. You could. And let's try it with this one. I'll show you how we would do that. Okay, Deb? Yeah. Donna says she cannot stop seeing aliens. Oh, I'm so sorry, Donna. Oh my gosh. And here is the 7-piece, the link to the 7-piece set. Okay. So we're going to draw a complete circle on the inside. Now, a lot of times, if we have a 2-inch circle, we can just go in and use our 2-inch circle. But, that kind of gets to be cumbersome, especially if you're doing a lot of them. So let's do it with the template and see how that goes. I have never tried it, but I'm always happy to try anything once, sometimes twice, just to be sure. And this is that cliff. Want to just go slow over that cliff. We're going to take our hesitation stitch here, and around we're going to go. Let's stop with my needle down. There we go. And cut my threads. If this was a project, I would be burying those threads. But considering it's just a practice, I can get by with doing that. Okay, so I'm back at the bottom. Now, Deb, Deb asked, can we close this circle in at the bottom? What I would do, Deb, is I would come this way. And then I would go ahead and go to my next design. Well, guys, I don't know. I guess I didn't. I thought I came right off the I did come off the templates. Okay, we're gonna stop that right there. Something's pulling. Maybe it wasn't all my fault, right? Oh, yeah. Okay. This is the disadvantage to doing things live. Something happens, we gotta know what we're doing to fix it. I don't always know what I'm doing. Okay, so let's put this little baby back on. Okay, I'm gonna start here and come up. I don't have Ken here to tell me if I'm off frame at all. Okay, so that is going to put me right there. I'm not sure where I was going there. Take a hesitation stitch. Go ahead and get rid of that thread. And and around. Take your time around these curves, guys. And okay, funny, Jan, I ran out of bobbin. No worries, I've got another one right here. Okay. No, actually, I didn't run out of bobbin. Something weird is happening here. There we go. I've got top thread in the top and the bottom. Yep. There we go. Okay, we're gonna take a 2-second change for bobbin here. I'm gonna put the fullest one in. Fortunately, these are very easy to change. There we go. I really thought I would have enough for this morning. Uh, maybe it was my ghost again. I think I have a ghost in my sewing room. That's a friendly ghost. There we go. Just likes to play little tricks on me. All right, get all this off of here. And we are ready to go again. I apologize, guys. Those things happen, right? Okay, so just gonna go ahead and pull that back. There we Put our needle down. We are bobbin thread up. Press the template. As long as you're lined up, that template's going to come back in that same spot. Okay? So just trust the template. Get out of the way and let's continue. There we go. Okay, now I need to speed up, right? Okay, so now to complete that circle, what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, needle down, twist our template. And around. Now you could use some stick-on Swarovski's crystals on this and make it very formal. I could see making this design into the bodice of a dress, a formal dress. I'm going ahead and putting the crystals on it. I think that would be lovely. Over. And we're going to close. There we go. Needle down. And skip one. We're skipping every other rotation here. Remember, when you want your stitches to be the star, use a high contrast thread. If you want your stitching to just throw shapes and shadows, use a thread that will blend in nicely with the fabric. Now you can always use variegated thread as well. If your fabric has a intense pattern to it, I would definitely go with the variegated. And back around. Okay, skip one, stitch one. And those nice smallish stitches definitely keep those curves looking very nice and smooth. Okay, I'm gonna grab a drink, see how things are going here. Okay. This always makes my heart smile. Kathy says, "I like what this template can do after watching this morning. I will break mine out to use." And, that's one of the reasons that I do this is so that you all can see different ways, I hope different ways, and I hope that you, get to see just how easy these templates are to use. They definitely are not difficult, and, I'm glad that we can give you the encouragement to take them out and use them on your projects. Okay, here we go. Careful going around those corners. Don't forget your hesitation stitch. And across we go. Next rotation. Just a template. These designs are made with great care, and Leonie West is just a professional when it comes to these things. She's fantastic, and she knew what the templates needed to do, and so she made them that way. So when you trust in the template, you know that you're getting Leonie's experience. Oops, over there. There we go. And this will be our last one for our first aid. And I do not find the larger templates any more difficult to stitch than the smaller ones. Okay. Oh, this is our 8 rotation. And you can see the difference between the 12 and the 8. Um, I should have left the 6 and the 8 out together too, because that looks very, very different. Here is the 6 point, and here is the 8 point. So you'll see that you have a totally different type of situation with that, different look. So now that we've got the 8 in, we can actually repeat what we did with the 6 and come in on these lines and do another round. Hi, Jean. Linda has to leave. Okay, Linda, thank you for stopping by. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this back on just like we did the first one, okay? I'm just going to do a portion of this. Now, just like I did the other time, I'm lining up centered between the two um, lines, between the two motifs that we just did, and I pulled my thread out again. I think it's about the 6th time I've done it these past couple days, right, guys? Well, okay, I gotta confess, I got new glasses, and getting used to them is a real challenge this time. Normally, it's not bad. But I'm not gonna give up. Well, my goodness. Okay, I knew I had a needle threader here somewhere. Okay, there we go. Alrighty, there we go. I think this is gonna have to be a new tool that sits on my sewing machine. Alright, guys, we're back in business. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and I am going to pull my bobbin thread up. We know we've got plenty of that. There we go. Nice soft curves. Little bit of a mountain, not much. Hesitation stitch on top. Careful with that mountain. You can fall off in either direction. We're going to clip that thread off. Now I'm going to go ahead and twist my template. And back down to the bottom. There we go. These look like little babies all lined up in a row. Okay. Readjust my hands a little bit. Needle down. Always let the needle down when we stop. I'm not sure where these shadows are coming from. Kind of weird. Okay, we're going to go ahead and turn it over to the next one. And back around, watching that clip. And let's do one more. I think we're starting to run short on time. Hesitation stitch, coming down, slow down around the corner, coming back in. I love these shapes. Okay. This is our 8 point and our 16 point. Now on this one, we did close up that center circle. Okay, there we go. What do you think? You guys like that? Oh, I know why. I'm sorry. There we go. I had to turn that on to start my machine. So these are just two very, very pretty designs. I really think that these are nice. One other thing I do want to show you before we go today, okay? And this is only going to take a minute, but it's so darn cute. I love to show this one. I'm just going to just make a line here. I'm going to use our baby one for this. Okay, there we go. So what I got is I've got our little 2 inch, right? No, 3 inch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this up here and I'm going to do a complete rotation around it. I'm using a line in conjunction with the line I just drew. So I'm using a line on my template. And the first one, of course, I'm just going to go around just to save time. Hold that up. Yeah. All right. Actually, let's line it up here. Is there a line there? Yeah, there is a line right there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up and I'm going to go all the way around. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but what I notice is sometimes these smaller, cuter templates are not quite as easy to stitch. Up here and stop there. Oh, I do have to go up. I have to do this at the top part, at the widest part of the template. So there we go. And I already moved it, but that's okay. And now I'm going to just move it over. And coming around. And come back down and stop. I'm going to just slide it over. And just like we do with other things, if we're doing a circle and a half, what I'm doing is I am going from the top half to the bottom half. So that I have those heavier lines alternating. Okay, so there's just the basic lineup. Now, if you want to do something just a little more interesting, what you can do is you can come and flip that template over. and flip it back. So you can have these guys flipping back and forth as another design option. And there we go. Aren't those just a darling little border treatment? Granted, this one is small. You can do whatever you can do with one size, you can do with all the sizes. And that's what's so neat about these. So, oh, okay. All right, let's take a look where we are. Allison, you have a lot of faith in me. Thank you, Allison. Or Lisa, I'm sorry. Let's go up here. So it looks like everybody has is liking this. And you know what, Lisa, you're absolutely wrong. We could do some very interesting template with this particular project. I think we should put Lee in charge of that. Okay. You want me to see it all? Okay. There we go. And let me bring in the other one, Lee, okay? Oh, here's the other one too. So that's trying to figure out which way I've got to go. Okay, so those are what we've done this morning. I hope, Lee, you've got a good view of it now. Um, Thank you, Di. And yeah, Donna, they are teeny tiny. The little one is cute. It really is cute, Deb. Yeah, Lisa, the harder ones are harder to sew. The tiny ones are harder to sew on. But I have found the key to being able to do it well is to keep your hands very relaxed and go at a really steady speed. And you should be okay with it. Okay. So you can practice that. Oh, thank you, Deb. Well, if you guys, I appreciate you being here. I really do. And I would very much appreciate if you like, subscribe, and share. You could go to the 906 Quilting YouTube channel for that. I really want to hit 1,000 subscribers. It's at what 800 and something. So tell your friends. I would love it if they do. Give me a thumbs up. And I will see you next week. I hope you have a wonderful time this week. Michigan starts its deer hunting season. So all the ladies should be home sewing or quilting, I hope. And until we see you again, let's quilt.